Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. Something's brewing in Los Angeles, and it's not the usual Hollywood drama. Word on the street is that two of the Dodgers' brightest stars, Teoscar Hernandez and MOOKIE BETTS, have had a serious falling out behind closed doors. Now, before we get too deep into it, let's remember this is all rumor for now. But where there's smoke, there's usually fire. And sources close to the organization are hinting that tensions boiled over recently during a team meeting or maybe even in a dugout. Whatever happened, the result is that both Hernandez and Betts have reportedly been removed from the active roster temporarily. Yeah, you heard that right. Not one, but two of the Dodgers' key players are suddenly out of the lineup and not due to injury. That's not something you see every day. And it's definitely not something the Dodgers would do lightly, especially with playoff pressure mounting. So what exactly went down between Teoscar and MOOKIE? Well, different whispers are circulating. One version says it started as a disagreement about positioning. Yes, something as seemingly minor as who was covering which part of the outfield. But with two players as competitive and proud as these two, things can escalate fast. Betts, known for his quiet intensity and leadership role on the team, reportedly took issue with something in Hernandez's approach. Teoscar, no stranger to fiery emotions himself, apparently didn't back down. And boom, words were exchanged, voices were raised, and depending on who you ask, maybe even a physical confrontation happened. Now again, we're dealing with rumors here, but insiders say it was bad enough that coaches had to step in and physically separate them. Not the kind of headline you'd expect from a team gunning for another World Series appearance. And look, we all know clubhouse tensions are part of the game. Over a 162-game season tempers flare, but this feels different. We're talking about MOOKIE BETTS, the face of the franchise, the guy who's been a leader on and off the field since arriving in LA. And Teoscar Hernandez, a recent acquisition who was supposed to add power and depth to the lineup. These aren't bench warmers arguing over playing time. These are cornerstone players clashing in what could be a major distraction for the entire roster. If this rift is real and all signs point to something serious, it begs the question, how do the Dodgers move forward from this without the clubhouse chemistry imploding? Fans are starting to ask hard questions, and the silence from the front office is only fueling speculation. Interestingly, this situation seems to have been bubbling for a while. Dig a little deeper, and you'll find a few signs that something wasn't quite right. Look back at recent games. Some awkward nonverbal cues between MOOKIE and Teoscar, missed high fives, strange defensive miscommunications. At the time, we chalked it up to bad luck or a rough day. But now, in hindsight, maybe that was the beginning of the fallout. Several beat reporters have noted that the mood around the team has been unusually tense lately. And with Hernandez trying to establish himself in a veteran-heavy locker room, maybe egos collided at the worst possible time. There's even talk that this isn't the first disagreement between the two, just the first that exploded into public knowledge. Whatever's happening behind the scenes, the atmosphere in that Dodgers clubhouse can't be comfortable right now. The Dodgers front office has been notably quiet, releasing only a vague statement about internal team matters and emphasizing unity, but fans aren't buying it. Social media is already flooded with theories, from Hernandez demanding more playing time to Betts challenging his hustle in practice. And while no one from the team has gone on record to confirm anything, their absence from the starting lineup speaks volumes. Some insiders say both players have been told to cool off and reflect away from the team for a few days. Others are going as far as suggesting potential trade talks in the background, especially involving Hernandez. Again, all of this is speculative, but when two stars go dark at the same time, something's up. And the Dodgers, usually so polished and PR savvy, are clearly trying to contain a fire that's already spreading through the fan base. Now, imagine being in that locker room right now. You've got veterans trying to keep the team focused, younger guys unsure of what to say, and a media circus forming just outside the stadium gates. Dave Roberts, the Dodgers manager, is probably having sleepless nights trying to juggle egos, manage lineups, and keep everything from spiraling out of control. It's not just about winning games anymore, it's about damage control. Because a public feud between two all-star caliber players can derail even the best of seasons. And let's not forget the postseason isn't far off. The Dodgers can't afford distractions, especially not of this magnitude. Every game counts. Every inning matters. And right now, their locker room is walking a tightrope. One wrong step, and this season could quickly turn into a cautionary tale of how team chemistry fell apart when it mattered most. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Some fans are defending both players. Their competitors, one tweet read. This kind of fire is what wins championships. And hey, there's some truth to that. Baseball history is filled with intense rivalries, even among teammates. Think Billy Martin and Reggie Jackson, or Barry Bonds and Jeff Kent. Not every winning team was made of best friends, but there's a difference between competition and outright dysfunction. If Betts and Hernandez can't coexist, the Dodgers have a problem. A big one. Because trading either would send shockwaves through the organization, and keeping them both without resolving the tension might be worse. It's a lose-lose situation unless someone steps up, buries the hatchet, and leads the way forward. But who's going to make that move? Mookie has the tenure. Teoscar has the chip on his shoulder. That's a volatile mix, and right now it's unclear who's willing to blink first. Behind closed doors, you have to imagine conversations are happening. Is Friedman, the Dodgers president of baseball operations, considering drastic action? Is ownership stepping in to mediate? Because if they let this thing fester, it could cost them a shot at the World Series. And let's be real, this team isn't built for moral victories. They're built to win. The roster, the payroll, the expectations, everything screams championship or bust. And when internal drama starts overshadowing performance, that's when front offices get ruthless. Could we see Teoscar shipped off before the trade deadline? Could Mookie, despite being the franchise guy, face disciplinary action? Don't rule anything out. In baseball, nothing is sacred when the title's on the line, especially in LA, where pressure comes from every direction. Media, fans, and even within the locker room itself. As of now, all we can do is watch and wait. Will cooler heads prevail? Will Betts and Hernandez issue a joint statement and return to the lineup like nothing ever happened? Or are we witnessing the beginning of a full-blown internal collapse? The Dodgers have weathered storms before, but this one feels personal, emotional, like it cuts deeper than just baseball. Fans are refreshing Twitter, sports talk shows are running with every scrap of info, and you can feel the tension building. One thing's for sure, this story isn't going away anytime soon, and until the team addresses it head on, the speculation will only grow. So stay tuned, folks, because whatever's happening in Dodger Blue, it's more than just a slump. It's a saga in the making. And hey, maybe this is exactly the kind of adversity that forges a stronger team. Maybe this ends with both guys hugging it out and going on a tear through the playoffs. But until then, this cloud hangs heavy over Chavez Ravine, Dodgers Nation. Buckle up, things are getting wild. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.